Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, I want to introduce myself. My name is Lailatul Fitriana. You can call me Riana. Today, I want to practice and I want to present about teaching children. So, in the teaching English as foreign language for children. Jadi, saya akan menerangkan tentang teaching children atau belajar atau mengajar untuk anak-anak. So, stay tuned. For the first is the definition. How about the definition? The definition of English teaching process is introduced to know the language used in communication. So teaching children is a process to introduce for them to know about the language, because the language is for communication in our team. Okay, teaching English to early childhood learners is a unique activity that invites learners to think, play, and communicate with language. And this activity should attract them, not to force them to know the form of structure of language, because teaching English to children. Jadi, in the teaching English for childhood, this is really unique because we can use play games and etc. to transfer our language for them. Jadi untuk anak-anak bisa lebih ceria karena kita bisa memakai games apapun untuk mentransfer ilmu kita. Jadi mereka seperti tidak sadar kalau sedang bermain. Gitu. And then the strategies of technique teaching children. Jadi untuk mengajar anak-anak itu perlu teknik juga. Sebenarnya banyak ya tekniknya, tapi di sini saya menggunakan 3 teknik. Make it fun. Some ways that can learning more fun with students. You can use play games, be active, take your class in the outside. So you can use play game. Jadi seperti bermain. Nah, mereka dengan bermain maka mereka akan aktif. Nah, boleh sesekali kita mengajak mereka untuk belajar di luar, melihat pemandangan dan sebagainya. Jadi tidak lebih monoton gitu ya. Okay, for the second is make it active. Using hands of material is also a great way to get your students moving as them learn English. For example, flashcard. Nah, you can use flashcard. Karena mereka lebih aktif, maka kita bisa menggunakan banyak banget media. For example is flashcard. Nah, seperti yang akan saya jelaskan nanti, maka saya akan mau menggunakan flashcard for the media for teaching children. Okay, for the last point is don't put pressure on your student. When teaching children, you can push they. Jadi tidak bisa terlalu di-push ya. Jadi kita bisa mengikuti dunia mereka, for example playing games and etc. Nah, mereka bisa enjoy, they can enjoy with when they learn. Jadi nggak kerasa kalau mereka sedang belajar. Nah, gitu. Itu strategi yang paling jitu menurut saya. In this video I use play method. Okay, play method. The definition of play method is the play method is a learning method that teaches material to games, appropriate activities to train to cooperative that exist in children. Jadi mereka bisa menggunakan playing games untuk mentransfer ilmu mereka menggunakan metode bermain. Okay, and then the applicable teaching step. Jadi this is the step dari atau langkah-langkah dari play method. For the first is convey goals and motivate students. Okay, we can tell for them about our goals in this meeting, and then we should, as teacher, we should motivate them. Jadi biar bisa mereka lebih keep on fire and then pokoknya semangat untuk belajar. And then the second is presenting information. So we can tell them what is in the information about our material for today. And then organizing student into study groups. Jadi kita mengorganisasi mereka ke belajar kelompok bisa. And then guiding study groups. Jadi kita kita mengantarkan mereka, atau kita and then evaluation, maka kita harus mengevaluasi, and giving awards. Okay, in the non-IT teaching media, I use guess what. Okay, in the non-IT teaching media, I use guess what. Nah, kita bisa menebak-tebakan. Okay, saya menggunakan media ini, flashcard, atau di sini saya sudah nge-print nama-nama buah. Nah, gambar-gambar buah. For example, papaya, banana, watermelon, and etc. Nah, this games, the name of this game is guess what. Maka mereka harus menebak. Nah, menebak. Bagaimana tekniknya? Saya akan menjelaskan. For the first is the teacher gives instruction to student about the technical game. Jadi for the first we are a student, as teacher we should tell them about the technical, atau teknik-teknik, atau gimana nanti teknisnya permainan ini. And then for the second is technically, the teacher shows picture of fruits to student. Jadi kita melihatkan gambar-gambar buah ini ke mereka. Nah, bisa ke satu kelas ini ya, kita memperlihatkan. Okay, the student guess the name of the fruit in English. Jadi, the student should guess or menebak the name of this fruit. Rambutan, kiwi, papaya, and etc. And then after guessing, setelah menebak, students are asked to spell the letter of the fruit's name in English. So after they guess the name of this fruit, they should spell. Okay, spell the name of this fruit. Spell and then write it down the name of the fruit in the whiteboard. Oke, jadi setelah mereka menebak, setelah mereka menebak nama-nama buah ini, on the fifth point, who can guess first, then he will get a sticker in front of the star. Jadi ketika mereka berhasil menebak nama dan practice spelling dari nama buah ini, maka mereka berhak mendapatkan bintang. Nah, ketika pronunciation spellingnya benar, nama buahnya benar, maka dia mendapatkan bintang seperti ini. Nah, seperti ini bintangnya ya. Okay, and then the star is passed on the book. Jadi bisa ditempel di buku. The one who get the most star. So how about the wrong answer? Ketika mereka mendapatkan jawaban yang salah, maka mereka harus mendapatkan stiker warna merah seperti ini, like that. And then ketika mereka mendapatkan stiker yang paling banyak, mengumpulkan yang paling banyak, maka mereka harus mendapatkan punishment atau hukuman. Okay, the punishment you can just read the poem or sing a song and etc. Let's practice. Okay, for example, okay, let's practice. Okay, this is the picture of the fruits. So, guess what? What is that? Okay, watermelon? Yeah, that's true. Can you spell this fruit? And then write it down in the whiteboard. Okay, WATERMELON. Okay, that's good. You can get this blue star. Nah, seperti itu. Jadi mereka bisa mendapatkan bintang ataupun stiker berwarna merah. advantages and disadvantages of playing method. Jadi di sini ada kelebihan dan kekurangan dari metode bermain atau playing method. The advantage is this method can provide opportunities to channel ideas and interest. Jadi bisa memunculkan ide-ide dan interesting mereka. And then the second is it can create ideas condition. And then the third, it can create a sense of belonging in the heart of student. Jadi bisa membuat hati mereka lebih senang ya karena bermain. And then learning is more relevant. And then the last point, it's easier to remember the things they do in the game. So when they learn in the game, ini lebih mudah mengingatnya ya, mengingat dari materi-materi mereka karena belajarnya pun lewat bermain. Okay, how about the disadvantages? For the first is need careful planning and setting up the game environment. Jadi membutuhkan waktu yang lebih lama ya karena we should planning and then the setting up the game and etc. And then the second is take more time. Seperti yang saya bilang tadi, membutuhkan waktu yang lebih panjang karena harus mempersiapkan medianya, terus teknisnya, dan lain-lain. And the last is careful observation. Okay, because the careful observation is needed of children's activities during the game in order to be able to make it a measurement and assessment. Jadi ini adalah disadvantage atau kelemahan dari playing method. For the advantages and disadvantages of the non-IT teaching media. Karena saya tadi menggunakan media ini dan nama permainannya adalah Guessword, maka ini memiliki kelebihan dan kelemahan. Okay, the advantages is it can home insight into the name of object. Jadi mereka bisa menambah wawasan tentang nama-nama buah, nama-nama objek, dan lain-lain. And then the second is the student can practice spelling. After they guess the name of the fruit, they should write it down in the whiteboard and spelling the name of this fruit. This is can practice this pronunciation dengan cara spelling tadi. And then add a new vocabulary. This is can needed atau menambah vocabulary baru, nama-nama buah dalam bahasa Inggris. And then for the fourth is learning is more innovative because it use media. Because I used media like that, this is innovative learning. Jadi lebih inovatif, nggak terkesan monoton. Okay, how about the disadvantages? Take more time and then takes more time to create. Jadi secara garis besar membutuhkan waktu yang lama untuk bermain game ini, membutuhkan waktu yang lama. Terus selain itu membutuhkan waktu yang lebih untuk menyiapkan semuanya. So this is about our material for today about Guessword. Thanks for your attention. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.